Hey everybody, thank you for watching TonesTube, where we make regular videos for regular people. So today what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to review Life, episode 4 of the Quarantone edition. Give you guys a little bit of update on what's going down, show you a little bit about how messed up things are. I can't even go and get a haircut. Look at my hair. Normally, I would have went to get a haircut a few days ago, but because of this stupid COVID crap, I have to wear a hat. But it's all gravy, because at least I'm alive. What I want to tell you guys is give you a little bit of a COVID update. If you're self-quarantining and you're at home and you're watching TonesTube, you're quarantoning. Get it? So, welcome to episode 4. So today we're going to talk a little bit about our product of the day, and then we'll talk a little bit about how I coped with COVID yesterday. Let's start with the depressing first. COVID is now over 30,000 in New York alone. And I'm also hearing that 60% of cases nationwide are from NY. They're actually saying if you're coming from NY, visiting elsewhere, that you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. It's pretty New York is the best place and all, and I love New York, but I feel bad for New Yorkers because it really sucks being here because you got to be extra super ridiculously careful. I guess I can give you an example. Supermarket-wise, I feel like you got to wear a mask and you got to put gloves on. Now, my girl actually gave me a really awesome idea, which I think you guys should use, because I think it'll work. If you put on 2 pairs of disposable gloves, you're actually covering yourself doubly. You're going to be using 1 pair of disposable gloves for pushing around your shopping cart, and you'll also have the second pair of disposable gloves underneath. So when you take off the contaminated pair, you'll have one underneath, so you'll be good to go. So I thought that was a pretty cool tip. It's funny that Donald Trump is actually saying that he wants stuff to go back to normal and businesses to go back to normal, which I think is an awesome idea in one way, because we don't want to mess up our economy. But on the other hand, you know, you got these mayors and governors, and they're talking about stay home, stay home, stay home. So it's to me, it's conflicting messages, I guess. What Trump is saying is more into the future, and he's saying that he wants things to be up and running by Easter, which is understandable because we don't want to get into a recession, and I'm sure there's people affected by this all over the place. There is help out there. There are programs. I'm hearing a lot of different stuff. A lot of my COVID updates are basically saying if you have any mild symptoms, stay home. If you are in need of stuff, there are links and things like that out there. And they're also recommending that you stay safe and protect yourselves if you need help or if you've been affected or if you have COVID. So yeah, so that's some of the COVID update. What I'd like to talk about now is the fun stuff. So let's talk about the product of the day. So today, as you can see, I actually have 3 different cool products. I'm going to talk about these first because this is probably what I'm going to be chomping tonight. So this is Angus beef meatballs cooked by a brand called Cooked Perfect. Now, I personally love this because it's green, white, and red package. Me being an Italiano and all, I appreciate the green, white, and red. And it makes me think that it's official, legit Italian tasting. Now, I've had this meatballs before, and they are pretty good. I'm not going to say they're grandma's, but they're pretty awesome. So I do recommend these Cooked Perfect brand Angus beef meatballs. Thumbnail action for y'all. Angus beef meatballs. Angus beef, y'all. Okay, so that's the Angus beef. Let's talk a little bit about the DiGiorno Quattro Formaggi 4 cheese. So I'm going to assume that Quattro Formaggi means 4 cheese. I mean, that's at least what it sounds like to me. I actually have had DiGiorno before, and they are pretty good. My faves are Freschetta, Crust Rising, or Rising Crust, or Rising Dough, whatever it's called, something rising. It's not Rise of Skywalker, guys. It's Rise of Crust or something like that. It really is my tastiest and most favorite frozen pizza, but I'm not going to lie, I am looking forward to this one. So the DiGiorno is, I would say, a second favorite as it comes to frozen pizza. So let's get some thumbnail action on this one. DiGiorno 4 cheese Quattro Formaggio. Thumbnail action. Thumbnail action. DiGiorno. Okay, so now that we got the DiGiorno frozen pizza out of the way, now we're going to talk about my favorite, y'all. This is my story of the day. This is the one that I really want to emphasize. It's called Talenti. Now, for those of y'all who never had Talenti, I really feel bad for y'all. Now, the question can be begged, why in the world would I pay $4 for something that's only 1 pint? Well, obviously, you've never tasted it. So this one is my favorite, y'all. Southern Butter Pecan Talenti thumbnail action. Thumbnail action. Can't wait to eat Talenti gelato. Southern Butter Pecan. I love my Talenti, y'all. So let me tell you a little bit about this awesome smoothness, guys. So this awesome smoothness goes down the tongue so lovely because it's so smooth and so tasty. And when I'm talking premium quality, trust me, it's in there, y'all. So you see how it says Southern Butter Pecan? The actual butter pecans, the pecans in here are no joke, son. These are so good and so tasty. It feels like they got the most nicest, butteriest, pecanist nuts that you can actually think of to make this. And anytime they have any kind of topping in there, any kind of extras in there, you know, it's always the tastiest, most premium. Now, the chocolate peanut butter is one of my other faves. And I'll tell you, those peanut butter cups in there, primo, mwah, magnifique. I'm telling you guys, don't miss out on Talenti. When they go on sale, you should buy more than one because I think when they go on sale, they're 2 for $7 or 2 for $8. I know you can get Breyers or probably a store brand. I know there's one that always goes on sale that's like 2 for $5 type steez. Don't get me wrong, ice cream is ice cream. It's totally awesome. It's good. But you would never had a gelato if you haven't tried Talenti. Really, guys, I discovered this and I never went back. And I did take a hiatus from this because obviously you can't, because of tummy purposes, you can't afford to be eating these all the time. And also because of dollar amount, you can't afford to be eating these all the time. Get it? So anyway, check out my shirt. I drink and I know things. You know where I got that from, right? The little guy from Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage. Tyrion Lannister. Okay, so we talked about the product of the day. We have our Talenti, we got our DiGiorno, and we got our Angus beef. So now let's talk about the how did I cope with COVID yesterday. How I coped with COVID yesterday was I actually made a really cool Star Wars Quarter Museum video for y'all. And if you didn't peep that and you like Star Wars, you should definitely peep that vid. Because I definitely give you a nice documentation of my Quarter statues, museum stees, by TonesTube edition. It's really a great vid if you like Star Wars. That being said, that's one of the ways I coped. I also went to the park again, and it was a nice day. It was a little breezy, but it was a nice day. Had a nice walk with my girl Aisha, and we definitely relaxed and took some selfies. And just so you guys know, I know I recommended watching your favorite movie. I actually been watching Godfather. Well, if you haven't watched Godfather, you really should get on that, man. And it's a good one to watch because it's a 3-hour movie, and I gotta be honest, watching that movie does not feel like no 3 hours. It goes pretty quick because there's a lot of cool stuff that happens, and one thing leads to another, and it's Francis Ford Coppola, y'all. Written by Mario Puzo. It's a classic schmassic. So go check it out if you haven't. It's a good one to watch if you're indoors and it's crappy out. Or if you're indoors and you're stuck indoors. Or if you're indoors and you're quarantining. Or if you're quarantoning and you're quarantining. Or if you're watching TonesTube and you're quarantoning. Get what I'm saying? I'm sounding and I'm jabbering. I just wanted to give you guys the update on the Quarantone Edition, Episode 4 by TonesTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. If you liked the vid, if you found something of interest, or maybe if you just think I'm a funny dude, or maybe if you just got some entertainment value. Click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And stay safe, my friends. Thank you for watching TonesTube, where we make regular videos for regular people. Have a good one. Hey, just a few tips that I can give you that are prevention tips from the official COVID website, y'all. Take a look and follow these. Thank you for watching TonesTube, where we make regular videos for regular people.